What about now that I've done this for 2 weeks? I've learned a little bit. I photographed the Minutemen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's what they say. I wanted to ask you what you think of this. They say there's good guys and there's bad guys in the Minutemen, just like there's good guys and there's bad guys everywhere. Yeah. Well, the good guys over there, they say, if there's a Mexican who needs help, we will give him food and water and treat him with respect. What we are trying to do is seal the border so that Mexicans do not have the hope of possibly getting across. If we could do that, if the Mexicans knew they could not make it, then maybe they would turn on their own government and take on their own government and try to change their own government. What do you think of that?
Well, in reality, I don't believe that there is a man in this earth that is a bad man. I mean, it might be influenced by certain circumstances. It all goes back to where they were raised, how they were raised, and the social status that they were brought up into. That's what compels them to think in a certain way. But I don't believe that there is a bad man out there. I mean, these people, I don't know what their objective are. If they think the objective is to close the borders, it is a noble thing. Anything that you do that is to help somebody else, or I do understand 100% that they want to keep the way of living intact the way they like it. They don't want to be disturbed. Of course, when somebody's satisfied and happy with the way they live, nobody wants to be interrupted. That is an automatic, instant reaction that people think. Nobody wants to be disturbed, and if these people do not want to be disturbed from the standards of living that they have, I understand that. But they have to understand that these people, all they're trying to do is to find a job. Simple thing, a job to feed their family. I mean, it's not too long ago, which is, what is it, 100 years, when the Pilgrims, they left England, or they left from place to place. Even the Mormons, they left New York, and they were persecuted all the way up until they made it to Utah. Persecution will never stop in this country, and when are we going to stop persecuting? This is the 21st century, and people are still being persecuted for their beliefs because their necessity. Necessity makes men go to where they can make it much better, and you cannot stop them. That's why if they think they're going to put a fence, if they think they're going to stop it with guns, they got another thing coming, because they are not going to stop it. No, there's no way. It's just a big exodus of people coming this way, going out and going in, and how are you going to stop it? People are starving in Mexico. They have a great necessity, and that is the biggest main force. That's why they embark themselves in these dangerous situations. Otherwise, if they didn't have necessity, do you think they would go? No, they will not go that way.
Okay.
And these people who they call themselves, what you say? The Minutemen?
Minutemen, yeah.
These people, in reality, on their mind, everybody knows that they somehow, they tend to be discriminate against Mexicans and against other cultures. That's what they have in their mind. It's just pure naiveness. If they had a little bit more experience in life through suffering, perhaps it will change their thinking, because it's just pure naive. That's how I can put it that way. I mean, they need to really experience life as hard as it comes, so they can change their heart and in reality see another person as a human being. Because other than that, nobody's going to change their mind. As you show me on the picture, there is this man who is 85 years old, sitting by the truck, watching from there. I mean, what is he going to do? His life is already complete. If a Mexican goes across and gets a job, it's not like they're going to take his Social Security pension and distribute it among other people. No, the Mexican. You have to understand that a country enriches itself by the low-paying workers. This, in reality, what you can call them slaves, because that's what they are. They go in and do the jobs that are the lowest. I mean, the lowest common denominator. They're degrading jobs. I mean, but people do it. Like I said, I was willing to help it for free. Why? I'm over here. I'm helping for free. Why? Because I have necessity. I need a place to stay. I'm cold. I have blankets. I mean, it's not the best, but I have blankets. And there is food in here. It's not the best, but it's something to put in my stomach. What compels me to do this? Necessity. If I had a maid, do you think I'll be doing this? No. So all these people that you call it Minutemen, all I can ask him is, you know what, just get alive, forget about this, and let the government take over, and let the government, this is an issue of the government, the federal government, and the federal government knows this is a very complicated subject, because if there was an easy answer to this situation, if you can bring me the recipe, if there's a guy that comes who has the recipe for this issue, bring it over, and that way it can be arranged or fixed, or can give it a shot. But this is not an easy situation.
Yeah.
It's not. It's so the immigration laws are so complicated that it's not easy to understand them. I mean, I already know, because I already went through a little bit and I found out, and it's so ridiculous. They implement these laws, they don't even make any sense. I mean, sometimes you have to put the law a little bit to the side to give way to morality, and on this situation, you're gonna have to compromise and find some way that you can either encourage people not to go that way, or to provide some sort of, say, okay, we're gonna give it a chance to everybody else to come to work, but we're gonna give you business for a year or 2 years, and then within the year you have to leave, because if you do not leave, we're going to put you in jail and we're going to expel you and never to come back again. If you live within, or if you're just going to go get a job on farm, just do it while the temporary season is there, and then please leave, and we'll welcome you back again.